So she can't say, well, he said this or he did that. If you send a message that says the kid has a doctor's appointment or soccer or whatever it is, it's there, can't be deleted, can't be changed. So it's really a good protection for both of you to use. You can talk to Mr. Paget more about that.
May speak.
Sure.
Go ahead.
I have this ankle monitor on. Is there any way I can get this off? I've been on it for about 7 months.
So that was a condition of your bond, and I don't know, do you have any issues?
I don't see anything
That's happened since then?
that would indicate.
He has been very diligent with it, and I don't think there are any violations, but it's been a great financial burden on him, and he's with one which he's managed to get done.
What's the status of the Hardin County?
We have court on the 20th, and I've spoke to the prosecutor there, and we're going to be running something concurrent with your case here, Your Honor.
Give me just a second.
Absolutely.
They also, there's another, it's called a Talking Parents co-parenting app. I don't care which app you use. If there's a new better one, it's been a long time since I've used Family Wizard, but it will be through an online application, some type of app on your phone that y'all have communication about your child. You'll also be required to follow any and all rules if you get a probation in Hardin County with regard to contacting communication. Do you understand? Are you required out of Hardin County on that bond? Have they required you to have that GPS monitoring device?
No, Your Honor.
No, it's
They
just
have
here.
not.
Okay, so it was a condition of your bond here. It's not a condition of your probation. So as of today, you'll be able to get that taken off. So here's the thing, if you have any communication or contact that you're not supposed to have, not only will you be in trouble here, you're gonna be in trouble over there. You're looking here at going to prison for between 2 years and up to 10 years, just for having the wrong kind of communication. It's that simple. So she cannot give you permission to violate this order. So she may say, you know what, it's been a while, everything's fine, let's meet, let's do whatever, let's talk. You can't do it. Only I can give you permission to have any other communication other than about your child, other than through an app.
Yes.
Makes sense? If you do everything you're supposed to, get past the situation, and successfully complete your probation, this is an excellent opportunity because you do not have a felony conviction on your record. And at the end of the probation, the case will actually be dismissed. You'll never have a felony conviction. But the other side of that is if you violate any condition, you'll be back in here again and looking at going to prison for 2 to 10 years. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed. And so you've waived any right to appeal. You'll just have a seat here in the courtroom. Probation will call you up to her desk when she's ready to go over your paperwork. All right. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Mr. Paget, you have another sentencing on a Daniel Martinez. Morning, are you Darius Jack?
Yes.
And this is 25 DCCR 1624. Mr. Jack was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to violating a protective order 2 or more times, and I have received the pre-sentence report. If you both had an opportunity to review that report.
Yes, Your Honor, I have
Any additions or corrections?
None, Your Honor.
nothing from the state judge.
All right, then, Mr. Jack, at this time, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, but I'm going to follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney and defer all proceedings and place you on probation for 5 years. You're ordered to pay the $1,000 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. That includes obviously having no contact with the victim in the case. And I understand that you guys have a child together. So it's very important that you get with Mr. Paget or someone to make sure that you have some legal documents in place for visitation and things like that. I will allow you to have contact or communication with her only through what's called the Family Wizard. It's an app that y'all can get on your phone. I will require you to pay the cost of that app for you and her. That's how you will communicate about your child, unless y'all have a family member or someone else that you can go through. The good thing about that app, though, it's really designed to protect both of you, not just her, but you too, because everything you do is saved on that app. Good morning. Are you Daniel Martinez?
Yes.
And this is 25 DCCR 1414. Mr. Martinez was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. I received the pre-sentence report, and has everyone had an opportunity to review the report?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge.
Any additions or corrections,
Understood.
explanations about self-defense?
There are situations that he'll tell you about, Your Honor, that he asked to speak about.
So here's the thing, Mr. Martinez, in your pre-sentence report, you didn't really accept responsibility. You said that you did this, but that you did it only in self-defense. If you did something in self-defense only, then
Listen to her first, then.
Yes, ma'am.
obviously that's a defense
Yes.
and you should go to trial.
Yes,
But if you did it and you're taking responsibility, then I need to know that.
no, it was about that responsibility. And I said that to the probation officer.
Okay,
He probably took it a little bit wrong.
okay, all right.
Yes.
Any reason not to go forward then with sentencing, Mr. Smith? All right, then at this time, Mr. Martinez, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney's office. Defer all proceedings, place you on probation for 6 years. You're ordered to pay the $1,000 fine and to follow all the rules and conditions of probation. One of those is going to be that you are not allowed to have any drug or alcohol. And I am, at least for some amount of time, going to order that you wear a scram unit, which is a unit that will tell me immediately if you have any alcohol in your system. Probation can tell you where you need to get that, but you need to get it, give them proof of it. Mr. Paget can explain that as well. Everything in here looks like alcohol had a huge part of it. The substance abuse evaluation that they did tells me that alcohol is an issue. If there is anything else that probation feels like would be helpful to make sure that you stay clean and some type of program, then you're going to be ordered to do whatever it is. Do you understand? If you do everything you're supposed to on this probation, this is an excellent opportunity because you do not have a felony conviction on your record. The end of the probation period, if you're successful, the case will actually be dismissed. You'll never have a felony conviction on your record. The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court, found guilty of the offense, so you would be a convicted felon, and you could go to prison for anywhere in the range of punishment, which is between 2 years and up to 20 years in prison. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you waived your right to appeal. And if you'll just have a seat here in the courtroom, probation's going to call you up to her desk when she's ready to go over your paperwork. Yes, sir?
Yes, ma'am. I have a screen glass. I've been wearing it for 10 months.
Okay.
I have a GPS monitor that I've been wearing for 10 months.
So the GPS was a part of your bond. That's off. You can get that off today. The scram until, if you'll just make a note that if they feel like that's the length of time is enough on probation, then they'll send me something over. But for now, let's keep that on.
So-
I know it's a lot of money. You can take the GPS though, you're done with
Okay.
that, because that hadn't had any issues, and as long as they double check on that scram, then I'm okay with that as well, just.
And Your Honor, if he does his submission, if he shows that he's staying clean, there are no violations on it.
No, they'll take a look at how long you've had it on once you get with your probation officer, and it shouldn't be much longer. They'll send me something, we can get that.
Thank you
done.
very much.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, this is, explain this to you. Sound-
See, Mr. Radford, you've got Marquise Berry. Good morning. Are you Marquise Berry? And this is 25 DCCR 0882. Ms. Berry is set for trial for next Monday to begin with jury selection. And what is the announcement?
We're ready, Judge.
I think it's ready, Judge.
Okay, Any changes in any type of negotiations or that we need to talk about?
No, ma'am.
Looks like there was a rejection done a few months ago that was for a 10-year term in prison. That's still the offer.
Yes, sir.
All right, then, Ms. Berry, I'm going to number the cases for trial tomorrow after the docket. So stay in touch with Mr. Radford. He'll know tomorrow what the trial order is. But I anticipate seeing you back next Monday at 1 o'clock, okay? All right, you're free to go. We reset, Locker Fury. It's kind of moved through.
I know, okay, bye.
Oh, I see. Let's see.
But I-
Mr. Smith, what's the status of the federal Locker Fury stuff? Still waiting.
Scott about that. I emailed Ray, still haven't heard back. No change. The last time I talked to him, he said that the FBI is taking it from him and doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Ms. Lockhart Fury, I'm gonna reset your case one more time. Stay in touch with Mr. Rennick. We'll let him know if y'all want to send him a message. And make a note for me. I'm gonna get with Ray again on that, Moran. I'll see if I can find something out.
Scott said it. He was gonna be here.
Yeah, but if we're just resetting it, I mean.
Yes, ma'am.
Next week's trial will be Cal. Mr. Reynolds, you've got John Taylor. Mr. Smith on John Taylor. Good morning, sir. Are you John Taylor?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is cause number 25, DCCR 1427. And it looks like Mr. Reynolds has filed a motion to withdraw as attorney. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. And I've gone over that with him.
All right. Do you have any objection to that, sir?
No, ma'am.
So I'll grant that motion. And Mr. Taylor, are you able to hire another attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
So what I'll do, Mr. Taylor, is reset your case for about 30 days, and we're going to put you back on that designation docket. If you get a lawyer hired, I'm going to get you to sign a reset today so that you can bring that to that lawyer. If you are unable to hire someone before the next court date, make sure you talk to at least 3 attorneys. Bring me those names so I know you're trying, and we'll discuss your options, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if you'll step in front of the clerk, she'll give you that reset notice. Mr. Eckhart, you've got Bobby Clark. Hmm.
It's Bobby Clark, Judge.
Morning, Ms. French. Morning. Good morning, sir. You're Bobby Clark. And this is clause number 25, DCCR 0802. Mr. Clark is set for trial to begin with jury selection next Monday. And what is the announcement?
So Judge, we can be ready if we're put in the order. However, I think you know that I've spent most of my last month working on that case with Philip that was supposed to be on this docket. That was originally on this docket. So I haven't really done a lot of preparation on this case, but we can be ready if we're put in the order.
Okay.
And then also I'm tentatively not available on Thursday and Friday next week.
Okay.
If I have to, I'll cancel.
Okay. Ms. French?
Well, the state relied on Mr. Eckert's.
I did. So about a month ago, I did tell Judge that we were getting ready on this capital case and that I wasn't planning on trying this case.
Because it's so new as well.
Here's the thing, y'all don't get to pick which cases get numbered first or second. And I understand that capital was obviously a big one, but when we've got a child case, it takes precedence anyway. So that's, you guys relying on each other, you should not do that. you should rely on me for that. I'll take that into consideration when I'm numbering the cases, but in future, make sure you loop me into that and don't assume that certain things are gonna happen with the trial docket, okay? Stay in touch with, Mr. Eckhart. He'll know tomorrow, by noon, or a little after that, what the trial order is for next week, and, he'll let you know when you need to be back next week, okay? All right.
Anyway, I'm just saying it out loud.
Yeah. Okay, um. Ms. French, on Brian Mitchell, Mr. Burbank is not going to be here this week. He is in trial in Orange this week and anticipates that to go into next week. Is that right on that one? I think he filed a motion for a continuance. What I'm going to do is double check with, to make sure that they did in fact begin that trial this week before I do any type of reset on it.
Okay.
If for some reason that one fell through today for him, is the state ready on Brian Mitchell?
We'll do what we need to do.
Okay, all right, so I will let you know as soon as I find out, today about it.
I think.
The other one, was that an email that had all that lengthy stuff on it about fraud scenes? Mr. Gilthorpe, you've got Marco Morales. Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Ms. Malvina. And sir, you Marco Morales? And this is 26 DCCR 0160. Mr. Morales is charged with evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle. And what is the announcement?
Judge, we've received an offer, a new offer, and we're asking for a reset so we can check on the immigration effects of that offer.
Okay.
But I believe this will be a fleet case.
Okay, I'll reset it one more time. It looks like you were hired early March, so this will be the last reset. Make sure you stay in touch with Mr. Gilthorpe, so that you guys can visit about everything before that next court date and have a plan for that date, okay? All right, thank you. You're free to go, sir. Mr. Jeffries, you've got Artist McCoy. Mr. McCoy, have a seat in the jury box. I'm gonna get you tested this morning.
Thank God.
Yes, sir.
Run to the court.
Sure.
Next one.
This is what, you know, our junior.
Yeah. Mr. Nichols. Oh. Mr. Nichols, on, David Hatcher with Mr. Gertz, do we have the defendant here? Or we were not. gonna have- He's got a couple of, did he file a motion though?
Yes, ma'am.
Filed a motion
And
for
you asked-
continuance on that, and I got a little more information about why.
Okay.
I'll let you read this. What is your position?
On that case, Judge, I think we're gonna have a solution. That I was hoping to talk to him about today, but if it needs to be reset for whatever, that's fine.
Okay, but you think there may be something that can,
I'll talk to him, next chance I get and see if we can move it up and deal with it.
if you can get with him this week, that'd be great. Why is this?
Do you have a copy of that motion?
Yeah. And then this is what? That just helps explain. Cause I'd like, if you guys get something worked out, I'd like to get that taken care of Monday morning next week.
We'll
If there's a resolution, if you can, visit with him that week about that, and we'll send him, if you'll send him a message also, Kelly, to get with Mr. Nichols ASAP, so that if there's something that can get worked out, I want that taken care of Monday morning.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Sorry.
For him. All right, so just let me know if you can get with him this afternoon or tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Kelly,
He's back with his client.
thank you. Mr. Lewis, you've got Broderick Guillory. It's a sentencing.
Yes.
Judge, I'm signing paperwork on Mr. Kelly's case. So.
Thank you. Damus Molfino on Broderick Kelly. Good morning, sir. You Broderick Kelly?
Roger Gilbert.
Guillory, I'm sorry.
That's what I.
I don't know why I was saying Kelly, I guess because I just called Mr. Kelly's case. You're Broderick Guillory. Sorry, Ms. Molfino. No wonder you couldn't find that file. It's a sentencing. Yes, ma'am. That's because you know how to read my mind. Everybody else doesn't apparently. All right, Mr. Guillory was previously in court in cause number 25 DCCR 1716. Entered a plea of guilty to the state jail felony offense of burglary of a building. I've received that pre-sentence report. Have you both had an opportunity to review the report?
I have, Judge. There is something that we definitely want to address, and I've spoken with Mr. Guillory about it. He would like to address it for Judge to.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I was, in the paperwork, I was a little nervous talking to the,
Speak up.
I was a little nervous talking to the woman about probation,
Yep.
and I basically wanted to say that I did well what I was doing.
Okay, so it gives me concern, Mr. Guillory, that you come in, plead guilty, and then you go say, well, I didn't really do it. Somebody else did it. Accepting responsibility is sometimes hard, but it's something that you do, especially as an adult and when you've done something like this. So if you didn't do this, someone else took your truck, did all those things, then we'll have a jury come in and they can decide. If you did it, then just accept the responsibility because things will go a whole lot more smoothly between now and the end of this probation, hopefully. Does that make sense? All right, anything, Ms. Molfino, other than that? All right, then, Mr. Guillory, at this time, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, but I'm going to follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney. Defer all proceedings, place you on probation for 3 years. You're ordered to pay a $500 fine. You're also ordered to pay restitution in the amount of $4,600 and to follow all of the other rules and conditions of probation. If you do that, this is a great opportunity. You don't have a felony conviction on your record. And at the end of the probation, if you successfully complete it, you'll never be a convicted felon. The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court, found guilty, so you would be a convicted felon, and you could go to the state jail prison for between 6 months and up to 2 years. Do you understand? $4,600 is a lot of money to pay back. And a lot of people will think when they have restitution, I've got 3 years to do it. I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna sell something, or I'll wait till I get my tax refund or something like that. I want you to make payments on that every single month. Even if it's a little bit, it'll add up. Because what can happen is if you don't make payments on it, we can get to the end of your probation. You could have done everything else right. And if I find that you could have paid that restitution and you didn't, then you could still go to prison and be convicted, even though you've done everything else right but pay that money. It's very important that that gets paid back. And if you'll just make sure I want at least half of that, anything he pays going to that. I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. If you'll just have a seat here in the courtroom, probation will call you up to her desk when she's ready to go to your paperwork. All right, good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
You've got Michael Thomas, Mr. Lewis.
Yes.
Good morning, sir. You're Michael Thomas Jr. And this is 23 DCCR 0530. Mr. Thomas is set for trial with jury selection Monday. And what is the announcement?
Ready.
Okay, good. All right. So, Mr. Thomas, has there been any change in any kind of negotiations or anything like that? So it's very likely that your case is going to be at the top of the list. It's obviously very old, need to get it taken care of. Stay in touch with Mr. Lewis. He will know that trial order tomorrow, right after lunch, probably. But I anticipate seeing you next Monday at 1 o'clock. Okay. All right. See you then. And then you have a Charles Toussaint, Mr. Lewis.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, he's outside of the wheelchair jail.
Okay, go get him.
Yeah. The nurse who just said, put the suit in and put it up. I made it that.
Good morning. You're Charles Toussaint.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is cause number 26 DCCR 0527. And what is the announcement?
Judge, there's some additional medical records I'm waiting on. I was able to, well, Mr. Tucson, I was able to talk to the nurse this morning. They're compiling that together, the rest of it that I need. So hopefully I may have it today,
Okay.
but I can just have one more setting so I can review.
All right. Any issue, Mr. Smith? So, Mr. Tucson, I'm just going to do a normal reset. That's about 30 days to give you some time to get everything you need to Mr. Lewis so he can get it to Mr. Smith. They can talk about it and then you guys can visit, see what your options are, and we'll get that figured out at the next court
Thank
date.
you.
All right. You're free to go.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Judge. Thanks.
Mr. Rojas, you got Tyler Douglas.
He's here, Judge. Call his name on one.
Morning.
Morning. And I've actually never had any contact with him. The number I have is no good.
Okay. His bond will be forfeited for non-appearance and reset at 100,000. Let's see, Scott Howe, looks like I've got a dismissal
Yes,
in Mr. Howe.
he's been in treatment for
Yes.
7, 8, 9 years now, so we wouldn't have to
Perfect.
dismiss it.
All right, good luck, Mr. Howe. Take care.
Thank
You're free to go, sir. And then Charleston A. Verdine to sentencing. This is Ms. Malvina. Oh, sorry. You were already walking it. Thank you, Mr. Nichols. Good morning. Are you Charleston A. Verdine? And Ms. Verdine was previously in court and entered pleas of true to counts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in a motion to revoke her probation, is on probation for obstruction or retaliation. It looks like there was an agreement, but we got a updated pre-sentence report. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge, just to make sure you were.
Okay. You both had an opportunity to review that.
We have, Your Honor.
Yes.
Any other additions or corrections to that report?
No, Your Honor.
And I see probation's here. Is there any other thing you would need to add as far as what the recommendation is in that report? Okay, thank you, ma'am. All right, so Ms. Birdie, it looks like everybody here is willing to give you an opportunity to try to be successful on this probation. And so what I'm going to do is find that you previously entered your pleas of true to counts 1 through 5 freely and voluntarily. Find those counts true. Find sufficient evidence to revoke your probation, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to follow the recommendation. Continue you on probation. I'm going to extend your probation for 2 years. So it'll be extended for 2 more years. You're ordered to enter and successfully complete the JCDI program, which is a drug program. It's outpatient, but you have to get through that whole program and the aftercare and everything. And if you do all of that, that should hopefully have you on the right track to being able to be successful and getting this probation over with and not having the conviction. Here's the other side to all of that. Now that you've already had a motion to revoke your probation, if you end up back in here on another motion to revoke, things will probably not go this smoothly. Do you understand? All right, so I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. Do you need to talk to her before she leaves today? Make sure you stay and visit with your probation officer before you leave today, okay? All right. Yes, ma'am.
Since I'm gonna be on the jail, so y'all, can I get the jail tax? I still got.
That'll probably be part of that program. It's up to them at this point. I had it on as a bond condition, but a lot of times they will require it. It's gonna be up to them. I'll let them make that decision. Okay? Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Ms. Holmes, you've got Janaea Fine. It's a sentencing in 2 cases. Good morning. I'm gonna have the blood tested first. Good morning. You're Janaea Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Fine, before we go forward with your sentencing, I'm gonna have you drug tested today to make sure you're clean, okay?
Okay.
Have a seat in the jury box. We'll get that done first. Michael Garrett, looks like I'm signing a dismissal of Mr. Garrett's case now. He's free to go.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. I know.
Client of mine, Rodney Haynes, is one I just signed up, retained on. He was down in misdemeanor court, evidently was taken into custody out of this court. They brought him over here. It looks like he had a drug patch that came back positive. So I don't know, is he setting up no bond as of now? How do you?
No, I usually set a bond. There's a bond set. When I raise it, I usually look at what the original bond was and raise it. Ms. Holmes could probably look at it.
Right.
Oh, maybe mad, huh? If you want to,
Other one was
yeah, yeah, you might want to just, if you want to file something, I'll take a look at it, but
Okay.
obviously it was
I'd like to get them.
Mr. Kelly on Dondre Blewett.
I just sent paperwork here on it.
Is there paperwork on, are we doing both cases?
Yes.
Thank you. Good morning, sir. You're Dondre Blewett.
Yes, ma'am.
Morning, Mr. Kelly.
Morning.
Will your client waive a formal reading of the indictment and the motion?
Yes, we do.
And I wonder if, clearly we're pleading open, but we also don't really have an agreement on which violations of the motion we're gonna plead to. We're gonna plead to the
I'll go.
aggravated assault, obviously, some of those that are.
I'll go through probably the whole thing since it's unagreed.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Blewett, and cause number 26 DCCR 0362, you're charged with a second-degree felony offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and that's from February 1st of 2026. And how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty or not guilty? Yes.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they charged you with? In that case, I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Kelly? Do you fully understand them? And it looks like there is no agreement, and so you have not waived your right to appeal, but you're leaving your punishment up to me. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
I want to make sure you understand you have an absolute right to have a jury come in and decide 2 things. The first would be to decide if you're guilty or not. And then if they find you guilty, you could leave your punishment up to that jury. If we go forward this way, you're waiving that right. And is that what you want to do? Also, do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law?
Yes.
State tenders number 1.
No objection to number 1, Judge.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Blewett's not competent?
Not at all, Judge.
All right, then, and Mr. Blewett, in clause number 260362, find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case for sentencing so that the probation department can do a pre-sentence report. That'll give me more information about you and your case, and then we'll come back later for sentencing. And then in cause number 22-41150, I have a first amended motion to revoke your unadjudicated probation. This shows that you were placed on probation September 13th of 2023 for the offense of evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle, and that was an 8-year deferred probation. Is that correct? This motion alleges that you violated your probation. Count 1 alleges that you committed the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on February 1st of 2026. And is that true or not true?
Yes, ma'am.
True or not true?
Sure.
Count 2 alleges that you were at a residence or at a location other than your residence at 12:32 a.m. on February 1st of 2026. And is that true or not true? Count 3 alleges that you committed the offense of harassment on February 1st of 2026. Is that true or not true?
Not sure.
Count 4 alleges that you failed to avoid injurious or vicious habits by brandishing a loaded firearm during the assault of Alondra Cantu on February 1st of 2026. Is that true or not true?
True.
Count 5 alleges the same thing, really, but that you have failed to avoid injurious or vicious habits by brandishing that loaded firearm, and a child was also present, and that's on February 1st of 2026. Is that true or not true?
Right.
Count 6 alleges that you associated with a disreputable person, to wit, Daniel Clark, or that you were at a location where a criminal act was being committed on February 1st of 2026. Is that true or not true?
Not sure.
Count 7 alleges that you failed to immediately report to the probation officer your arrest from February 1st of 2026. Is that true or not true? Count 8 alleges that you became intoxicated or were under the influence of an intoxicating substance February 1st of 2026 in violation of your probation order. Is that true or not true?
True.
Count 9 alleges that you possessed a firearm and ammunition in violation of your probation order, and that's from February 1st of 2026. Is that true or not true? And then count 10 alleges that's really the same as 8, so I'm going to skip 10. All right, did you enter your pleas of true to counts 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, and 9 freely and voluntarily? And did you plead true to those counts because they're actually true?
Yes, ma'am.
I also have here on the tablet in that case some documents that have your signature on them, but the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Did you also go over these with Mr. Kelly before you signed them? And it looks like the same thing in this case. You guys do not have an agreement with regard to punishment. You're just leaving that up to me. Is that your understanding? And that you will have some rights to appeal depending on what happens. Do you understand that as well?
Yes.
State tenders number 1.
No objection, number 1, Judge.
All right, it's admitted. All right, Mr. Blewett, in that case, I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true to counts 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, and 9 freely and voluntarily. Find those counts true. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty and revoke your probation, but I'm going to reset this case as well for sentencing. We'll get an updated report on that one. Anything that you think is important for me to know, get that information to Mr. Kelly. He'll present it to me on your behalf when we come back. Is this something that we need a little extra time on?
I believe so, Your Honor. My understanding is that Mr. Coleman is going to present some punishment evidence whenever the hearing is set, so you
Okay.
want to have some extra time for that.
We'll just set it at an 11 o'clock on a regular date, but at 11, so that we have a little extra time for anything like that. Okay, all right. Thank you for being here. Y'all can go back to the bailiff, or you can go back. Not at all. I know. It's not a bad idea sometimes. I know. Yeah, did I find dismissals on Kelvin Johnson? All right, ma'am, again, you're Janaea Fine.
Yes, yeah.
And Ms. Fine tested negative this morning for everything, which is good. Was previously in court and clause numbers 26, DCCR 0432 and 0433, entered pleas of guilty. I've received that pre-sentence report. Any other, have you both had an opportunity to review that?
Yes, Your Honor.
I have, Judge.
Any additions or corrections?
No, Your Honor.
Judge, I would just ask that the court consider, as the report indicates, that she be enrolled in JCBI. And also, would you please admonish her about either getting a job or continuing her schooling? She seems like she's on the right path. We're going to dismiss her misdemeanor, but
Yes.
thank you.
I will, thank you. All right, so Ms. Fine, in each of your cases, I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence in each case to find you guilty. However, cause number 0432, defer all proceedings and place you on probation for 5 years. You're ordered to pay a $500 fine in that case and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. And I'm going to go over some of those with you in a minute. And then in cause number 0433, also defer all proceedings and place you on probation for 5 years. You're not going to have a fine in that case, but be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. One of those is that you will be on the specialized mental health caseload and be required to continue any treatment through the Spinal Tap Center. That's now not just something that if you feel like you need to do, it's something that I'm ordering you to do. And that's to make sure that you stay on the right track, get any help that you need so that you can be successful. I'm also ordering that you either complete school or get your GED.
I graduated high school.
You did graduate? Okay, good, great. Okay, I'm sorry I missed that.
Yeah, I graduated through Pathways Learning.
Good, okay. So, anything else that probation feels like would be helpful for you that they say you need to do, you need to make sure and follow through with all that. Because this is a great opportunity. You don't have felony convictions on your record right now. And if you successfully complete the probations, you will never be a convicted felon, which is huge. The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court. You could be found guilty in each of these cases. In one of the cases, you could go to prison for up to 20 years, and in the other for up to 10 years, just for not doing your probation right. Do you understand?
Yes, I.
And I'm handing you in each of your cases the trial court certifications that shows that these were agreements that I followed, and so you waived your right to appeal. If you'll just have a seat here in the courtroom, probation's going to call you up when she's ready to go over your paperwork. All right? Just right over here is fine. Just in the courtroom, just watch for her to call for you.
And I don't think she had an attorney on that case, Judge. If you don't mind, I'll just let her know she does not need to go down.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Melfino. Mr. Jeffries on Artist McCoy. Okay, so Mr. McCoy, you tested negative, which is great, but it is extremely important that you have that drug patch on and that it's testable every single time you go to get it changed every 2 weeks. I got a notification that it wasn't testable, and so that's what caused us this issue. And there also was a positive from the last, looks like the one that was placed in July. So that was a little time ago, but we got that one back and it was positive for cocaine, but it's been negative since. So any issue, Mr.
Well,
Nichols?
Judge, his DWI case involves a high level of alcohol intoxication plus possession of cocaine. So that's my concern. I do expect there to be at least 2 possession cases coming. The lab website was not working this morning, so I wasn't able to double check the status on those, but I do expect that to be coming down pretty.
So you've got the drug patch on, you've also got your auto ignition interlock on. They did send me notification that that was taken care of. It's very important that you follow all of those rules. You cannot drive a vehicle without that on it. You can't borrow a vehicle. You can't, if you do and you're caught, obviously it's going to be a violation of your bond. Your bond will be raised immediately. If you have another testable patch or a patch that tests positive, obviously that's going to be a violation of your bond, and I'll have no choice but to raise your bond as well. Do you understand? So what I'll do is let's just do, if we're waiting on, we'll do maybe about a 45-day reset, see where we can get with
should
the
be
other
okay.
cases.
Get done, Your Honor.
And that way y'all have everything and we can try to get everything taken care of at the same time. Stay in touch with Mr. Jeffries. He'll let you know when you need to be back. All right. See ya.
Thank you, Your Honor.
For anyone who's on the bond forfeiture docket to come into the courtroom.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Morning.
All right, anyone present for the?
Hey, stand right here. Sorry, this is. Bishop Police. Flood it out.
Good morning. Welcome back.
Back.
It's good to see you. That well, we're good. We're glad to see you.
No response, Your Honor.
Right.
Your Honor, the state would request that the court take judicial notice of the court's bond forfeiture docket.
I will do that.
And we would request that you take judicial notice of the underlying criminal case and of the Judgment Nisi case. It is listed in the docket.
I will take judicial notice of both of those things as well.
And we would ask that the court enter judgment according to the court's docket.
I will enter judgment in each case according to the docket.
And we have written judgments for the court to enter.
Thank you. I'll
Thank
get
you.
those
Your
done.
Honor. May we be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
We'll just, I'll get those done later. Thank you.
Just trying to show you, it's very well prosecutors, how you take care of all the cases. Good job.
Yes. Yes. You want me to call in? Rebecca Glaze. If she's here, would you let her know that she's free to go? Her case is going to be reset for Mr. Smith. Rebecca Glaze. See, that's Miss Malfino's. Mr. Smith, if you'll make a note for Miss Malfino, if you don't mind, that Rebecca Glaze for Bruce Smith is getting reset.
Here's another.
Thank you. All right, if I call your name, please come forward. Cedric Brown. Good morning, you're Cedric Brown?
Yes.
And Mr. Brown, did you get a lawyer hired?
No, ma'am, I continuously look and, it's kind of out of my range, like, they all want me to pay like 5,000 down.
Who'd you talk to?
Piece of paper. Excuse me. I spoke with James Mackin, Galmore, Stovall, and Brittany Holmes.
Okay, well, good. So what I'm gonna do, Mr. Brown, thank you for doing what I asked you to do. I'm gonna have you fill out some paperwork this morning to see if you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer.
Yes.
Make sure you fill it out accurately and completely. Don't just leave it all blank. You're gonna swear under oath that it's all true, and then I'll take a look at it in a few minutes. You'll step in front of the clerk on the end. She'll give you that paperwork.
And I don't have documentation yet.
Okay. Derek Chapman, if you'll call the name Derek Chapman, please. Still don't have my voice right. It's driving me crazy.
Thinking that.
It's driving me crazy. I'm over it. Yeah. 2 weeks. Yeah. And I did everything. I've been taking all the medicine. Mm-hmm. It's not to get too bad. All right, so he called with a medical issue, but his bond will be forfeited for non-appearance until we get some proof of that. If we get proof today, then we can recall it.
He had a warrant too, Judge.
Oh, he did?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, there we go. I'd be sick too. Nathan Hester. Nathan Hester. Nathan Hester. Nathan Hester.
No response, Your Honor?
Bond will be forfeited for non-appearance and reset at 100,000. Yeah. Lacaria Kirkwood. Good morning, ma'am. Are you Lacaria Kirkwood? And Ms. Kirkwood, this is your initial appearance in cause number 26 DCCR 1191. You're charged with a state jail felony offense of criminal mischief, and that's from April 20th of 2026. And since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer? So what I'm going to do, Ms. Kirkwood, is reset your case about 30 days to give you some time to try to hire someone. If you get someone hired before that next court date, just bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer and they'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone before the next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts, have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of the lawyers that you've talked to so I know you're trying, and then we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following that court order and you would have to go back to jail. Do you understand? All right, if you'll step in front of the clerk right here, she'll give you a reset notice. Horace Tyson. Good morning. Are you Horace Tyson? And Mr. Tyson, this is your initial appearance in cause number 26, DCCR 1250. You're charged with the second-degree felony offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and that's from April 17th of 2026. And since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer?
Okay, I can't afford it.
Okay.
But,
Are you unable to work? I'm sorry. You're unable. So I'm going to find Mr. Tyson that you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. And we'll get that name for you this morning. And the clerk will give you those instructions. All right. So if you'll just come in front of the clerk for a second, she'll give you that information. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, the one that was appointed when you were in custody is going to be who your attorney is. Okay. Hagen Downhauer. Hagen Downhauer.
They're taken, no, I have a check line here.
Okay, what, for now, I'll do a bond forfeiture for non-appearance, reset her, bond at 100,000. If she comes back, maybe she went to the restroom, just let me know. And then that Damian Hurd, he's still in custody from the weekend, Kelly? Damian Hurd.
Damian Bird.
Do you know what the new one is? Good morning. Are you Damian Hurd?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Hurd, were you able to get a lawyer? What were you arrested for this weekend?
Unlawfully here this.
Okay,
But you know, I'm kind of confused. I went to the feds for that too. So I don't know what's going on.
you went to the feds for what?
But what they arresting me for over the weekend.
So was there a warrant? Or was it a new, something they just?
They said they had died.
Oh, you did?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me look.
13.
Got it. Sorry, I didn't see.
No.
Give me just a second. Let me find out.
Judge,
Yes, sir.
I think I could probably explain. Legal issue we discussed in a different case in this court about a month or so ago. About the new federal rules on firearms. What I've seen is several where they've dismissed the Fed case and filed state cases. So it may be one of those.
So it looks like the offense date was from May 11th of 25.
Yes, ma'am. When I got indicted by the feds in November.
Okay.
The 5th.
Okay.
I had paperwork.
No, that's okay. I just see that. Thank you, Mr. Nichols.
And I don't know that that's happened in his case, but it's happened in several. So that
Okay.
may be why there's.
Why it's old, it's an old case. So it's not like something just happened. They just came and found you and arrested you on that warrant.
I did 7 months
Well, whatever happened in the federal system, I have no say so over. Now you have a state case. And technically you can have both, which is kind of weird, I understand. But if they're not gonna go. What needs to happen, obviously, Mr. Hurd, now on each of these cases is you need to get a lawyer. So that they can help you figure all that out. So, but last time, I gave you some time to try to get someone hired on that other case. Have you been able to get someone hired?
I ain't getting nobody out, but I talked to,
Who'd you talk to?
Mr. Lion Walker.
Mhm.
He wanted to charge me $50,000.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to Tom, everybody, five.
Can y'all hold it down just a little, please?
He wanted 5,000.
Uh-huh.
I talked to Mr. Wright.
Okay.
He wanted 5. I go see, stuff on. William Marcus, Wilson, on the 19th.
Do you think you're gonna be able to afford any of those, or do you want to see if you qualify this morning for a court-appointed lawyer?
It's see, but I think I'm gonna try to get.
You're gonna try, okay. So since you just had that new arrest, what I'll do is give you some extra time. I'll reset your case another 30 days to give you some time to see if you can get someone hired.
Yes, ma'am.
If you do, great, just bring that reset notice to them. If you're unable to, talk to whoever else you're gonna talk to, bring me those names and then we'll discuss your options. Okay, step in front of the clerk, she'll give you a reset notice. Casey Kincaid. Good morning, you're Casey Kincaid. Mr. Kincaid, did you get someone hired?
I spoke to the other lawyers. Might be one of them, so this might be one that you said, and also.
Who else did you talk to?
Brian Burks, Timothy Adams, and Thomas Burbank,
Okay,
and also, it's my personal income.
okay.
Thing I was supposed to show. Just like the last.
You get paid weekly or bi-weekly? Weekly. Okay. All right, so you think if I give you one more reset, you're gonna be able to get one of them hired? Well, thank you for bringing that and doing what I asked you to do, Mr. Kincaid. Let me take a look at something. So are you still working at the port?
Yes, ma'am.
You are?
It's been kind of hard for me because, maybe I was going through a separation and. She didn't file like the Coast Guard's home, but they still let me know, your card still.
You do still have your TWIC card? Okay. So I'm not sure what's going on between the two of y'all, but she sent us some information. She's obviously not happy with whatever's going on. If I were you, to stay out of trouble, I would stay far away at this point. Make sure you keep your job, keep your TWIC card, do everything you're supposed to be doing, and don't be doing anything you're not supposed to be doing. Some of the allegations she makes in here are not good about some selling drugs and all kinds of stuff like that. So if you're still working, I've seen your pay stubs. It looks like you are, so I'm going to assume that you are. Thank you for bringing that. You need to try to get someone hired before that next court date. All right, step in front of the clerk. Nelson Garrick. Nelson Garrick. Nelson Garrick. Nelson Garrick. Good morning. Are you Nelson Garrick?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Garrick, were you able to get someone hired?
No, ma'am, but I'm trying to see if I have one in mind, but I didn't know if I wanted to chose for like switching, so I wanted to see if I could get. I kind of found one, like, but he never gave me a real answer. I got like a legitimate number, and so been working on it with my dad.
Who is that you talked to?
His name something like that. It's CRUMP.
Where's he out of?
Houston.
Okay,
Yes,
so is your dad helping you hire someone?
yes.
So when you were here before, I gave you some rules to either get someone hired or talk to at least 3 attorneys.
Yes.
So I need to know if you talk to some others or if you're planning on hiring him, I can give you some time, but you gotta.
Somebody kind of got me here about the last one, so I don't really want to do too much with it, but, try to be.
So here's what I'm gonna do, Mr. Garrett. I'm gonna reset your case one more time. If you get Mr. Crump hired, great. If not, I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers, all right? Not just your dad, but you or whoever needs to talk to at least 3. Again, they all charge different amounts, they have different payment plans. If you don't do what I've asked you to do next time when we come in, your bond's gonna be raised for not following that court order and you're gonna go back to jail. So make sure you do that, okay? Step in front of the clerk, she'll give you a reset notice. Travis Hingston. Good morning, sir. You're Travis Hingston. And Mr. Hingston, did you get someone hired? Speak up, please.
Adam Langston, I think, those and getting out some phone calls and boys responding to it, but I.
So did you talk to us? If a lawyer's not responding to you, then maybe you should try to hire somebody else, right?
Cloudy say calling they verify.
Brent who?
Kurt.
Kirk or Turk? Where's he out of?
Right.
Kirk. Never heard of a Kirk.
Say,
Right?
Yes.
It's M. Brent Turk. It's a T.
Oh.
It's Turk. And you have an appointment with him at 2. So, Mr. Hingston, you've been here a few times. This is gonna be your last reset. You need to get him or someone hired before that next court date, or you need to talk to 3 before the next court date. Don't wait to the last minute and say they didn't call you back. There's a whole bunch of them. Call as many as you can. You might find somebody that you can afford. That's the whole point. Bring me those names. If you don't, then your bond's gonna get raised and you're gonna go back to jail. So make sure you take care of that.
Right here.
David LeBlanc. Good morning, you're David LeBlanc.
Yes,
And Mr. LeBlanc, did you get someone hired?
yes.
Who'd you hire?
Wife Kimber.
And is he gonna be here today? Did you actually pay him money?
Yes.
When did you do that?
6 months ago, I guess. 5 months ago. Not for this case, but similar case to.
Okay, well, I'm talking about this case. When did you pay him in this case? Have you hired him, actually paid him money?
This case also.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I've already talked to him.
I understand that you've talked to him, but have you actually hired him on this case? Is my question. You've given him money on this case? I mean, just a second. Because if you'd hired him, he typically would file a document telling us that. And he hasn't done that yet. So I'm going to reset your case for 1 week. So next you need to talk to Mr. Kimler's office this week. Make sure everything's taken care of so that they send something in to say that he's been hired. But I'm just resetting your case 1 week to get that taken care of. So you need to be back next week.
Yes, ma'am.
Step in front of the clerk.
That's, eleven, I mean, I know from him saying I did talk to him about this case. This past Friday. Right here.
Carolyn Williams.
Oh, thank you, Claire.
Good morning, ma'am. You're Tara Lynn Williams,
Yes, ma'am.
and Miss Williams, were you able to get a lawyer hired?
No, ma'am.
Who'd you talk to?
I talked to, Brittany Holmes, Lawrence Law Attorney, and, Duhon. Duhon and Jones.
Okay. And so where are you on to be able to get someone hired?
They had a high price today. So I was trying to see if I could get a 4 point.
Are you working?
Lisa,
Where do you work?
7-Eleven.
So what I'll do this morning, I'll have you fill out some paperwork. I'm not sure if you'll qualify. Fill it out accurately and completely because you're going to swear under oath that it's all true and correct. Whatever your income is, whatever your bills are, put all that on there and then I'll take a look at it. You step in front of the clerk on the end, she'll give you that paperwork. Javon Johnson.
I was just retained like a minute ago. She just-
Okay, she did.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you for taking care of that, Ms. Johnson, and hiring Ms. Holmes. She'll get a reset on your case. You're free to go. Stay in touch with her and your bondsman. They'll let you know when you need to be back.
Just
All right, thank you. Jameson Thomas. Good, how are you? Are you Jameson Thomas?
No.
And Mr. Thomas, this is your initial appearance in cause number 26 BCCR 1210. You're charged with the second-degree felony offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon from May 4th of 2026. And since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer?
Not,
Speak up, I'm sorry.
right off the bat, no.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, Mr. Thomas, is reset your case for about 30 days to give you some time to try to hire someone. If you get someone hired before that next court date, make sure you bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer and they'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone before the next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts. They have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of the lawyers you've talked to so that I know you're trying and we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following the court order and you would go back to jail. Do you understand? And obviously I'm looking at your indictment. You've got quite a bit of criminal history. It looks somewhat older, but also what that means is that this case could be enhanced. It's very important that you get a lawyer. All right, step in front of the clerk. Gilbert Robinson Jr. Good morning, sir. Are you Gilbert Robinson Jr.? And Mr. Robinson, did you get someone hired?
No,
Who'd you talk to?
I talked to Corey Crenshaw, Kindler, England, and I also still have that same guy from last time, the Philip McDonald's on here. Because the Red Kindler and the Philip, they're the cheapest ones. I'm gonna try to just need a couple more weeks to save.
Okay, you think if I give you one more reset, you'll be able to get one of them hired? Okay. What I'll do is just a normal reset. That's 30 days. It should be plenty of time to get one of them hired. If it works out, great. Hire them, bring that reset notice to them. If for some reason it doesn't, talk to a few more. You can tell they all have different payment plans. Bring me those names, then we'll discuss your options. Okay, thanks for doing what I asked you to. You can step in front of the clerk. Caleb Rutherford. Good morning, sir. You Caleb Rutherford? And Mr. Rutherford, this is your initial appearance in cause number 26 DCCR 1098. You're charged with the state jail felony offensive theft of property with previous convictions. Since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer?
Yes, he's working another case for me. I haven't hired him yet, but
we're talking about it.
Who?
Nathan Reynolds.
Okay. And so what I'll do, Mr. Rutherford, is I'm going to reset your case for about 30 days to give you some time to get him hired. If you get him hired before the next court date, just bring the reset notice that you get today to him and he'll tell you what to do. If for some reason it's not going to work out with Mr. Reynolds, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. Bring me those names. They all charge different amounts, they have different payment plans. Bring me the names of who you've talked to so I know you're trying and we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following that court order. Do you understand? All right, step in front of the clerk. She'll give you a reset notice. Kyle Whittington. That's you.
Sure.
Good morning. Are you Kyle Whittington? And Mr. Whittington, did you get someone hired?
No, but I actually just started the job of actually making these payments.
Say it again. I didn't understand what you said.
It is what I'm making weekly. It's like, I made, like last week I made 2,200, the week prior, 1,900. So I'm trying to make some really good money flow. I just need like a couple more resets and I can get this hired.
So you're not going to get a couple more resets. You need to try to get something done before the next. You've been coming for a while. I appreciate that you brought that and that you're working. Do the best you can between now and that next court date to try to get someone hired.
Yes, ma'am.
Or at least have the person that you're intending to hire
Totally agree.
that where you know what the amount's going to be and exactly when you'll be able to get that done.
Got it.
Okay. All right. Step in front of the clerk. Mr. Johnson, you got Dontrell Scott. Cedric Brown.
Mr. Scott is the one I spoke with you about.
Okay.
And I have Alan Williams for citizen.
I'll take care of that one next.
Yes, ma'am.
Dontrell Scott. Don Brown, you're up. Good morning, you're Dontrell Scott.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is 25 DCCR 0504. It's my understanding Mr. Johnson is going to be requesting pretrial diversion. And there's been just a few issues that has prevented him to doing that. What I'm gonna do, Mr. Smith, is just reset it one more time. If you'll get that request in quickly, that way they can take a look at it before that next court
Yes,
date.
ma'am.
We'll have an answer.
I was able to take care of that.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you, Judge.
Stay in touch with Mr. Johnson, so that if you are accepted, there's gonna be a signing date and things like that. We might have to have another court date before that. So just make sure you stay in touch with his office. They'll let you know what's going on and when to be back.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you're free to go. Tyron Williams, it's a sentencing.
No, this one. Williams has a mandatory 10 days. Mr. Williams is gainfully employed. Will allow him to serve them.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in just a second, but typically I will.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, sir, you're Tyron Williams. And this is 24 DCCR 2242. Mr. Williams was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to driving while intoxicated, third or more. I've received that pre-sentence report. Have you both had an opportunity to review that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Any additions or corrections?
No, ma'am.
And Mr. Williams, where are you working right now?
So for performance, Contractors Incorporated.
And do you work a normal week,
Yes.
Monday through Friday?
Yes.
And so, Mr. Smith, any objection to me allowing him to serve those 10 days on the weekends?
I do.
So what I'm going to do, Mr. Williams, is find that you previously entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, find you guilty of driving while intoxicated, third or more. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 10 years in prison, but I'm going to probate that. You'll be on probation for 8 years. You're ordered to pay the $1,000 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. You're also ordered to serve that mandatory 10 days upfront time. I'm going to allow you to serve that on weekends, starting this coming weekend. So you'll be ordered to, report to the Jefferson County Correctional Facility this Friday, the 21st of August. You need to be there at 6 o'clock. Don't be late. Don't show up intoxicated. Some people think they're going to show up, and kind of sleep it off over the weekend. Don't do that. And you'll go each weekend until you serve those 10 days. Okay. Also, I am ordering that you enter and successfully complete the Jefferson County Drug Intervention Program. That is an outpatient program. It's intended to help you make sure you stay clean, sober, and safe. All right. Probation will talk to you about all of that.
Okay.
If you do everything you're supposed to on this probation, then for all practical purposes, your case here in court is over. You'll be able to serve that 10-year sentence while you're out on probation. The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, you'll be back in here and looking at that 10-year sentence you've already agreed to.
I want to.
No, I'm sure you don't. I hope not. I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows that this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. I also handed you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. I'm required to read this to you. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. If you have any questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk with Mr. Johnson. If you'll just have a seat here in the courtroom, probation will call you up to her desk when she's ready to go over your paperwork. All right, good luck to you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you.
Take care.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Pageant, you've got a sentencing on Darius Jack.
What started as a routine courtroom status conference quickly turned into one of those unexpected moments that showed a completely different side of the justice system. Lee Rogers appeared before the court by video, but before his actual case could even begin, there was one small problem: technology. Rogers was having trouble figuring out how to mute and unmute himself on Zoom. The judge, clearly amused but still patient, decided to give him a quick lesson, joking that they were basically doing Zoom 101. Rogers explained that he builds buildings, not computers, which made the exchange even more entertaining. The judge walked him through the process, muting him and asking him to unmute himself again. Eventually, he managed to do it on his own, earning a cheerful "good job" from the judge. But once his attorney finally joined the hearing, the lighthearted moment was over, and attention turned to the serious legal issues surrounding Rogers' case. Rogers' attorney explained that he and his client had not yet had the opportunity to fully review all of the discovery in the case. Part of the reason for the delay was that Rogers had recently entered a treatment program, which had taken up some of his time. The attorney also said he was still waiting for information from Minnesota concerning Rogers' prior record. Because of those issues, the defense requested more time before moving forward. The judge agreed and scheduled another status conference for September 24th at 10:45 in the morning. What started as a routine courtroom status conference quickly turned into one of those unexpected moments that showed a completely different side of the justice system. Lee Rogers appeared before the court by video, but before his actual case could even begin, there was one small problem: technology. Rogers was having trouble figuring out how to mute and unmute himself on Zoom. The judge, clearly amused but still patient, decided to give him a quick lesson, joking that they were basically doing Zoom 101. Rogers explained that he builds buildings, not computers, which made the exchange even more entertaining. The judge walked him through the process, muting him and asking him to unmute himself again. Eventually, he managed to do it on his own, earning a cheerful "good job" from the judge. But once his attorney finally joined the hearing, the lighthearted moment was over, and attention turned to the serious legal issues surrounding Rogers' case. Rogers' attorney explained that he and his client had not yet had the opportunity to fully review all of the discovery in the case. Part of the reason for the delay was that Rogers had recently entered a treatment program, which had taken up some of his time. The attorney also said he was still waiting for information from Minnesota concerning Rogers' prior record. Because of those issues, the defense requested more time before moving forward. The judge agreed and scheduled another status conference for September